Should be on. Whenever you're ready, Aaron.
Just silence my phone.
I should do the same.
All right. It is the 6th of April, 2025. It is currently 9:52 GMT. And my name is Sergeant Erin Carter. I have Senior Officer Connor Oxby in the room as well. We are doing interrogation with you today. If you want to introduce yourself, sir.
James Callahan.
And you have a attorney present today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Silas Moreno.
All right. And just before we get started, for the benefit of the tape, do you understand your rights at this time? Would you like them to repeat it to you?
Going 1042.
I know them.
All right. So as you know, you're currently on a hold right now, pending a murder charge. Are you aware of this? Was this informed to you last night when you was apprehended?
Callista Bell told me. I didn't get any further details other than the fact that I'm just being held over that. No name, nothing like that.
Are you aware of a Abby Donovan?
I know her, or I should say knew her. She was a very, very good friend of mine, and good woman. Saved my life, I believe, at least once.
Were you always friends, or did they ever turn at any point?
No, we were always friends. She was going through a rough time. Heard she had gotten sick, and I'd consoled her multiple times and tried to give her that bit of extra spirit that she needed. I heard her heart was failing, and I said that I would be there for her if she ever needed to talk, and we talked numerous times. Heard she had gotten very sick with whatever this plague is going around the state.
Did she come to? Did she used to come to you for advice?
Not necessarily advice, more of just an ear to yap to. I'm not one to give advice. I'm more one to kind of be in existence in somebody's life to, kind of just be a shoulder to lean on.
Prior to her going to the ICU, did she reach out to you for like a shoulder to cry on, like you said?
Yeah, and I intended to meet up with her, but she never did, get out to. She texted me saying that she was going to meet me up in Grapeseed at the last call, but she never made it. And then I heard she turned up in the ICU and just left it at that because no point in texting someone who's medically induced in a coma or whatever.
How come you never went to visit her in the ICU?
Because I wasn't one of her emergency contacts and I wasn't open to visiting her. Didn't know who her emergency contacts were, and to be frank with you, I don't like the hospital right now considering the state's kind of issues it's got. Like I said, the plague and whatnot. I avidly hate the hospital, which is why, even though I'm still very fucked up from my incident yesterday, with my lung collapsing and all, I wanted out of that fucking hospital.
It looks by Abby's phone records that you two spoke quite frequently, to be honest. So
Yeah.
it's quite surprising that you didn't even send her a message stating that you wanted her to get better or anything like that.
Like I said, there's no point in texting someone who you believe is in a medically induced coma. I'm not one to text anyone after the fact of, them being hurt or them being unconscious. Hell, I don't even text the dead. I had a friend who passed away months ago who I considered a brother, and I haven't texted him a single time since. I don't believe in that.
I mean, someone being dead is completely different to someone being in ICU.
Well,
There's
no,
a chance
but
of recovery.
it's the same side of it. It's a different side of the same coin, unable to respond, dead, unconscious, in a coma. It's all the same ideal.
Generally,
just different stages.
Generally, people grieve in different ways too.
Exactly.
What about when she woke up? And she had
I
a
wasn't
next
aware she woke
surgery
up.
date.
I wasn't aware she had woken up. I remember waking up on what day was it that she passed? What, the 26th? Something like that? I don't remember exactly, but I remember waking up and seeing the medical authority post about her death. And it hit me like a fucking freight train.
I don't know, it just seems very odd to me, but you know.
People
So
grieve in different ways, like I said.
I was about to say, people have their ways and their mechanisms of coping. Mine is just to disengage and suffer in silence, as some may say. Better than I used to be. I used to drink I used to drink myself sick. So I could always be worse.
How's your relationship with Lottie Breeze going?
It's going pretty well. I love her dearly.
Love her so
What
dearly
does
you'd
that
do
have to do
anything
with
for her?
anything? I wouldn't say anything. Every relationship has a point where there has to be a line in the sand drawn.
What about if you had to pick between Lottie and Abby? Who would you choose?
I think posing that
Seems like
question to
a-
a man that's clearly grieving is a bit harsh, Aaron.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a bit of a pointed question there.
I mean, I'd easy
You
answer
choose
it, to be
between
honest.
Say that
choose
again. Sorry.
between the woman I love and a friend. I mean,
What'd you say, Aaron?
So I'm speaking to him.
Well, you're speaking to the both of us because I'm
So it
representing
looked
you.
like Lottie Breeze was very angry at Abby. Do you know why that was?
not necessarily. I saw a lot of people were angry. One, Luke, whatever his last name is, said something along the lines of Twatter on Twatter of like, "Oh, you ruined my marriage," yada yada yada. My wife would rather be brain rotting over you instead of doing something or other. So maybe it had something to do with whatever his name is being mad, or the same thing, or it could be something entirely different.
Yeah, everybody spoke to him, and all the fingers are just pointing at Lottie right now, which is surprising. Is your wife? Is it your wife or your girlfriend? Let me
No,
just get correctly.
not my wife.
You're just your girlfriend.
hmm
Is she known to be violent?
Don't believe so. Don't you guys have records on file?
I mean,
I
you
don't
know on a
have
personal
access to an
level.
MDT. I mean, yeah, I do, but she's not violent. I would never describe her as that.
It's crazy that there was a conversation between Abby and Lottie where she was extremely mad, and then all of a sudden, you have a conversation with Abby straight afterwards and arranged to meet her somewhere. And the last message she ever sent was that she was on her way to meet you.
And like I said, I never saw her. I was up in Grapeseed at the last call, surrounded by friends,
Which friends?
numerous people. Idol, Luna, whatever her name is. She has a really insane name. You normally know her as the woman who always horny posts on Twitter. Idol, Sooty, Pockets, all of them up there. They were blowing up cars like they usually do. You know how they block the road out in front of the last call and just start going to town on them with bats and whatnot until a spark ignites something. It's actually pretty beautiful, you know.
I mean, if you say so.
Something about watching, as they say, fireworks. It's calming somehow. And I guess
All
it's
right,
the norm up there.
let's cut the lies and get to the chase.
Oh,
The murder weapon,
point it again.
right next to the cult center, which is right between the cult center and Chumash, which I believe you are wearing a Raiders top right now. And Raiders live in Chumash, is that correct?
We frequent the area.
How come your fingerprints are on this weapon?
I was given that by somebody.
Who?
I don't believe I'm necessarily at liberty to say, nor do I have to.
And how come the only fingerprints found on that gun were just yours?
What can I say? I really liked that weapon, and I held it close to me for a couple hours. Then I realized, maybe I don't like this too much, and decided just, I don't want it. Be gone with it. Fuck it.
Could have been clean. Could have been
Exactly.
soaked in material to remove any other fingerprints. I mean, to answer
I mean,
your
we
question,
checked
Aaron, a
that
variety
actually,
of
and
ways.
there was no way of any old fingerprints on there, and also no cleaning products on there either.
Could have been a rag, a cloth.
You can still tell.
I mean, where was it? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, you know perfectly where it was. You placed it there, right?
I'd like for you to say.
Or did Lottie place it there?
Well,
You
Aaron
just
told
said
me
how
so
there's
I
only
could just
one-
say it was found at the court center.
Where exactly?
Aaron.
Here's a real question.
Why are you dodging my question?
Yeah, why are we
Do I have
glossing
no
over
right
a
to an
question
answer?
you
I've
asked
already stated where it was multiple times.
on this
You didn't
recording?
give an exact.
Yes.
You just said.
Now
by
here's
the
a real
court center.
question. Are you trying to take the bullet for Lottie Breeze?
I've taken a bullet once or twice in my life. I have no intention of taking a bullet for anyone else again.
Would you take a bullet for your wife again? Or your girlfriend, sorry.
That depends if she hides behind me. Which, hey, she isn't. If you thought she had anything to do with this, you would be questioning her right now, not me.
Oh, we planned to, don't you worry. But, you know, a bit like you recently, you've been in a bit of a hiding.
I haven't been
Hiding, or you just
My-
couldn't find him?
I was about to say, my number's very, very public. You can look at your phone right now and see that I advertise.
I mean,
myself,
Lemon
and
List
even
is
I'm
fine, but, you know, we went to
Yeah.
Chumash multiple times and you was never to be seen.
Did I ever see a letter at Chumash? Did I ever get a text, a question, anything? You didn't extend even a fucking attempt. Where does that put your ideal of work, Aaron?
Like I said, went to
That you
Chumash
don't
multiple
even
times.
you don't even reach out. What am I, a goddamn psychic?
I mean,
No,
psycho,
I'm just a
possibly. You did
normal
shoot
man.
someone, right?
You just
You've read
imply
my
that my
record.
client suffers from psychosis?
I
She
don't
might
know, maybe
have.
that's what
I
we
could
should
be
get him
clinically
tested for.
insane.
I mean, we could do that when the docket goes up, that's fine. Wonder how Lottie's feeling now you've been in prison. Think she's coping
She's
okay?
fine. She's a-okay. Strong woman.
Didn't sound like it last night.
Oh. Do tell.
Well, you know, just a lot of people are concerned for her, apparently.
That's what people do when they care about someone. They get concerned, they worry. Sorry that you don't necessarily have anyone in your life who cares enough about you that much.
Oh, I got plenty of people who care about me.
Who, Tony Lung?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, totally.
Some Shift 3 shenanigans, Aaron?
We're gonna start recording now. I'm done with this shit.